Here we go. Drop number 3 underway. On board now.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at all of them. Oh, it's just so cute.
Yeah. I'm gonna land at the same railing.
Gotta respect just the hex quarters and being represented from 2 different players so far. You know, the formal is probably not too far away. But even still, you can take a look at that leaderboard too. There's going to be a lot of targets. Anybody sees anybody from Bobby, Dill, or Finesse and go down, you see some tracer shots. Just see them not be able to find such a comfortable rotation all the way in, as we will take a look from Maniac's perspective, dropping on in towards Stadium. Again, got a... I guess some renovations coming through. You know, there had to have been some very interesting takes from 1984 when Stadium was made to what we had before we went back in time for Cold War for Stadium to go through so much turmoil.
I got an MP5.
Yeah, well, I mean, must have been millions, maybe billions of dollars pumped into the restructuring and refurnishing of the arena in general. But I mean, just taking a look at this in general, I mean, for it to be this bad is almost a travesty, but newly put out there, they got the Atlanta FaZe banners out towards the front with the Call of Duty League statue there right when you walk in the front doors, so that's a beautiful sight to see if you are a Call of Duty League fan or just a Call of Duty fan in general. And it's great to be able to have the players that might not maybe follow the Call of Duty League to a T, be able to walk up to the stadium and actually get to see a little sneak peek of not only the champions, but, you know, what is to come potentially next year as that FaZe roster continues to only get better.
Maniac, Jerky, Austin, they currently sitting at a total of 7 eliminations for a total of 10 points. They are just about 20 points off of first place. Have yourself one good game, though, and that can end up being all that you need just to get yourself into striking distance for 60K at the end of the road. Some pings coming through. Floor loot in total as well, but this is the damning part about Stadium. You got all these different parts of cover. This is also part of the reason why they put this ravine here as well, just to make this rotation just a little bit less of a blunder of death. But this Maniac will be able to reset themselves up to full off of the armor satchel. 5 plates now in reserve. They're going to try to take this reprieve back to their team as the loadout drop comes in.
Well, we see Maniac chilling inside of the hex quarters. Told yesterday, we're not sure how many people, and if many at all, are playing from the actual hex quarters itself, but it's cool to be in an environment where you're playing a nice big tournament in the same atmosphere as a lot of other people, and at least there's going to be other people there who are going to be able to look from behind, keep tabs on who's winning, who's not, but more importantly, be able to hear any screams or any type of emotion that comes from the people that are inside the hex quarters as well. So as you go back over towards Stadium, we look at Bobby, Pop, Finesse, and Dill, who are all playing from the entire angle, at least over towards this portion of the map. Proper, you know, as we were talking about beforehand, when you get out inside the actual stadium itself, it's so hard to be able to get and take those gunfights because of how many head glitches there can be, but more importantly, how much cover there is really for everybody.
I have a Mac and a snipe.
You got to be thinking about how accessible some of this high ground is too, though, Alex. I mean, if you drop over here, high ground will be at a virtue. If you have to rotate over there, high ground might not be as easy as a ticket. Be able to punch your way through it. So even if you have a helicopter, it's going to get shot out of the sky so quickly. But we saw, at least from Dill's perspective, they saw one person trying to pick up that loadout drop. They didn't shoot them, but their biggest problem right now is actually inside a stadium itself. Bobby will go down. Here's the trade. So nice shot coming through from Dill. A little snapper dapper, but Finesse trying to at least play for the revive will go down as well. It's all up to Dill.
Yeah, you can really only see like half of the head there on that peak. Another one starting to run forward. It's going to be able to crack the blue. Mac 10 around the corner. Going to have to just back off for the time being. Help comes through with a cleanup, but he's the last one alive for the squad. Last 2 players also in the Gulag. So Maniac going to try and be playing this from an off angle. Shots from the side, enough for towards the top. It's just going to be hard. You're put between, again, another rock and a hard place. And that just comes down to where players are landing. And if you're going to get collapsed on with a, you know, 1 or 2 teams coming from different angles, and right there, third parties are able to go ahead and clean things up. So Dill will be the last one to fall. Now everybody from that team inside of the Gulag. Maybe not exactly what they were hoping for specifically after the map that they had in drop number 2.
As for Papa Kiz down here in Stadium, didn't really talk about fully of what this team roster is looking like, though. But Kismet, of course, playing along with General, longtime OpTic player from across a multitude of different tiers. And then Sender, Coach Sender, picking up the sticks. Been quite some time since we've seen a highlight reel from Sender. But even still, Kismet, if you're unfamiliar with their name, maybe it kind of got dragged through the mud from an unfortunate season back, the Paris Legion of Modern Warfare. He had a stellar North America Challengers year, probably one of the most consistent players with that team of BBG. Sure. As we'll swap up perspectives, another entrant for the Gulag this time around. It is General who got caught off guard.
Is that the spawn?
Maniac playing around the corner, waiting for a player to potentially push, going to be able to get the first couple of shots onto the player, so that's going to be big. Methods down to just 12 HP. Going to come from behind, though. Actually is able to win it, so Methods, a rare one-on-one win. Don't see that every day, but is able to go ahead and clean things up down in the Gulag, and now going to be able to get back out and push forward. So Jerky, the last one alive here for Team Maniac. But Proper, you know, you were talking about Kismet a little bit there beforehand. And one of the things I kind of want to go ahead and point out is, I don't remember if you were watching the initial Warzone weekend, I think they did during one of the Call of Duty League streams, or at least during one of those weekends, but it was the Paris Legion roster with Kismet on it that actually was able to win that, because they were playing so cooped up inside of a building all the way down to the very end of the game, where they were just able to go ahead and take the victory there, and everybody was kind of scratching their heads about it, and they're like, what the hell did we just watch?
I'm gonna get in the Bertha with you.
Yeah, Kismet's just one of those players that is just so aloof. Search and Destroy is definitely their game mode, to where they can catch a lot of players off guard, and Warzone might as well be their stomping ground as we take a look on board here with Shotzi, again playing with Fellow and Pieman. Rookie of the Year for the Modern Warfare year, by the way. A lot of cash in between all three of these players. As far as where they stand, it's not exactly in a great nor terrible spot. 10th place overall for Shotzi, Fellow, and Pieman. Total of 14 eliminations, 18.5 points. Very much so still within striking distance to be able to work your way in a top 3 for some of that prize pool differential. And well, who's to say that we won't see some headhunter and trick shot challenges coming through from either of these 3 players?
Talk about that earlier, you know, you don't want to necessarily go for those trick shots right away towards the early portions of the game, because that's when it's really going to be those sweaty hours. You're trying to get as many points as humanly possible, and you know, maybe when you're towards the bottom of the leaderboard, that's when you might start to go for trick shots. But I mean, hell, put in the hands of Illy to go ahead with the sniper is always going to be a W. As he starts to make the way, they got 2 Berthas, and they're just trying to terrorize the town right now. Trophy on top of the 1. They're going over towards the buy station, so they can potentially get a loadout drop, but now we hop on board here with Destroy, Z-Laner, and Huskerrs. Destroy going to get spotted out, and this is kind of the same position last time, where they were unfortunately able to find their demise. It's almost the exact same replay of the situation once again. They've got teams on teams everywhere around them as the zone continues to collapse.
The cargo containers over here in port just looking at this trio and be like, oh snap, here we go again. The back to the zone, it's going to pour a little bit more central to where they were the last time around, but you can see it's Big Bertha patrol zone over here. So Big Bertha is just reversing the land, trying to find the peak. Huskerrs ADS around this very tight corridor. They found a lot of good damage. You get here Destroy just exclaiming to their team that they found damage, but this isn't a safe push, you would think. Some hesitation coming through, but the final commitment is about to be coming through. Clears away the Big Bertha. Where did this player go?
Go ahead and find them, but Destroy will actually hop in towards the Big Bertha, but actually proves to be absolutely futile, because now from the players over towards the top, they're going to be able to take down everyone. So that's actually going to be huge. A team wipe now for Joewo, Bread, and Iceman Isaac. And that's big there, Proper, because you take down one of the Titans now, and you're a team that was basically in the 5th place position already. You've got 1 kill there. That's going to be 3 in total for this entire roster. So hell, even if they get a 1.5 multiplier, you're going to be looking at about 4 to 5 points, and that could be big depending on where Z-Laner, Destroy, and Co are going to be able to fall out to, because they might not have their Gulag anymore, because the Gulag is closed.
Like, this was an awesome gunfight, but I was more just embellished with what was happening there with Iceman Isaac trying to get the Big Bertha out in between those cargo containers. That 2v1 could have gone for hours right there, but it seems that Clutchbuck finally ended up winning out. That 2v1 got Big Bertha out, but yeah, you're absolutely right, because we were looking at for Team Joewo, right? You know, they're sitting up in the top 5 position already with these handful of points and eliminating Huskerrs and Z-Laner from this drop itself. Already getting past the top 10 threshold as well, so 1.5 times multiplier for them. And you can just see how they're trying to just angle Big Bertha. You know, the one thing about Bertha, yeah, she's a tanky gal. She's great to be able to traverse these very open lands and make yourself feel relatively safe. But some of that tankiness can also just be transcribed as far as just active cover. Yeah. You're trying to work your way across the zone as well. You can see the 3rd-person perspective from Joewo just checking around these corners. Won't find much of anything, but it still sets up some play potential if need be over top of this fence.
You know, this reminds me of a situation that we see in in other games where we have like 3 peeking and like emo peeking and stuff like that, to where you can actually get that 3rd-person perspective, to where you're not having to put yourself in immediate danger to be able to see all the surroundings, and that's really honestly a very effective strategy that you're going to be able to take care of, but more importantly, be able to use to your advantage every single time, because now you can tell, all right, are they pushing up? Can you get the res here? Yes, you can. So if you get that revive, you're going to be able to start moving back across the map, and if you're the side of Lovey and Rev, like, you're going to have to be a bit careful here, because you can't really necessarily push this, because you're going to have to go against 2 Big Berthas, and the players are not going to start being able to rotate on over towards the zone.
Yeah, this is Team Holly just watching this all go down. Like, what is going on? Is it a tailgate? What exactly is happening over here? But as soon as the Big Berthas will start driving away, let's go ahead and hop into a quick listen in with Team Holly.
He's around you. He's down. He's down. Get that Bertha. Get that Bertha. We're gonna get across.
Does he have plates?
We're gonna get the cross.
Yeah, satchel.
I'm gonna grab it.
They're inside of PD, bro. There's a Bertha coming. Ready to shoot at.
Crossing the bridge.
Yeah, we need to get in the cut. They're in PD. We need to get in this cut right here. Try to push up in this cover here. We need to take control of this. Let's just chill for a second.
They're up top.
Yeah. We're top what? Yeah, on top of that roof. Let's just stay right here on the edge. Stay on the edge right here.
Oh my god.
You're good. Y'all are up in that shit. We're good. Let's just play our lives here.
Blued up top.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the zone closing. In the sky right here. Light them up. One shot hurt. One shot.
Number down.
Another one. Down low in front of me.
Behind me, fuck.
Right here, up. Look at me, Grub. He's in the cut right there. Hang on. I gotta heal up. He's in that little cut. He has a mean
I
head.
have no AR. No AR.
He's on the bridge. He's gonna snipe that. I gotta get this kid shit, dude.
Ready too.
Hang on, he ran. We're good. You have no AR?
Nope.
Oh, are you dead? Here, I can give you. I can
There's
give you.
people above me.
14
Just
bullets.
it's fine. That's fine. It's a stack. That's good.
Oh, we have to stay here. We're gonna stay here. Holly, you're gonna probably have to die. There's no way.
Oh, good.
I have no plates either. I'm
Yeah,
chilling
no
now.
plates.
Might be able
I
to
have
get
one.
info. There's still people right here.
Yeah. We're just gonna play our lives. Let's just play our lives here. Yeah. We're at the edge. We're in the zone right now. People in PD are gonna
Yeah,
be
you're
on
good.
top. We're just gonna have to vibe out right here. I'm up
I think these guys jumped down. Yeah, they did. They got the Berthas.
Oh yeah, shit. Here. Lay down. Holy fuck. Don't even shoot. He's seen us. Right above us. Oh my god, you got shit on him. Hey, the shotgun, bro.
No, man.
Nice fucking try.
No way, man.
I'm gonna 3v with the Bertha.
Alright, guess I'm driving.
Do anything? Okay, we're the only team of 3. We're the only team.
Well, a lot to unpack there at the very end. I mean, right there, that was kind of just sitting in a corner waiting for your doom, because when you got Shotzi, Pieman, and Fellow all coming around you right there, it's never going to be something that's going to stack up in your favor. But 6 players left in the lobby, 3 squads remain. They're able to take down those last 2 players, a good enough place for at least Holly's team to go ahead and finish 4th inside of drop number 3. But you still got the low ground now, trying to move over towards the circle, and 3 big Berthas for Team Shotzi. This is looking like it's going to be in a good position for them, because they've got a 3v1v2.
I'll take the wheel.
Yep, that 3v2v1, and you have the upcoming gas ring as well. It's starting to rotate in. They know that somebody's up top. There's the shot. Gonna be able to find the knock on top police station. And the follow-up coming through from Fellow. There's a big Bertha. It's highway robbery. Hey, that's supposed to be ours. Fellow just trying to go for the pit maneuver. Shotzi just trying to lock down the shots. There it comes through. It is all tumbling all over the place. It's looking like a derby of sorts, but the Warzone victory will be secured regardless for Team Shotzi. They needed it. A strong game for them. Should boost them up to the top 5 position for sure.
And it's been fun. You know, I would have loved Shotzi maybe to stay in the berth for the right there, and then maybe everybody just kind of drive around each other for a good solid 30-40 seconds. Would have been fun. But I know everybody at home wants to keep going and advancing through these games. So Shotzi, they come out on top there for the team. They're going to be able to move and advance themselves further up the bracket. They had a good amount of kills there as a roster too, all the way down to the end. So that's going to be a really, really nice stunt of points for them to go ahead and start moving their way back up, because they weren't all that far up the leaderboard beforehand. But now, from where it seemed that I believe they were down around that 5th to 10th place there, that's going to be able to big boost and get them up the leaderboard. So after drop number 3, we've kind of got our